ব্রাজিলে চিলিরে দিছে 3টা গোল। কলম্বিয়া বলিভিয়ারে দিছে 3টা গোল। আর্জেন্টিনা ভেনিজুয়েলারে দিছে 3টা গোল। ব্রাজিলে চিলিরে দিছে 3টা গোল। একবারে সব খালি 3টা। উরুগুয়ে দিছে আবার 3টা গোল। পেরুরে বুঝছো আব্বু? আব্বু আজকে যে খেলা হয়েছে না, মারাত্মক লেভেলের। জানো কি হয়েছে? সব খালি 3টা গোল। যত টিম খেলছে সব 3টা। আজকে খেলা হয়েছে পেরুর উরুগুয়ে, বুঝছো? এটার ভিতরে দিছে 3টা গোল উরুগুয়ে। আর্জেন্টিনা ভেনিজুয়েলার খেলা হয়েছিল, আর্জেন্টিনাও 3টা গোল দিছে ভেনিজুয়েলারে। ব্রাজিল আর চিলির খেলা হয়েছিল, ব্রাজিলেও দিছে 3টা গোল চিলিরে। কলম্বিয়া আর বলিভিয়ার খেলা হয়েছে, কলম্বিয়া দিছে বলিভিয়ার 3টা গোল, বুঝছো? এরম দিন আর কোনো সময় নেই গা। 3টা সব দল 3টা, 4টা টিম, 8টা টিম খেলছে। 4টা যেই হারছে 3টা করে খাইছে। মারাত্মক। সবচেয়ে বেশি আর্জেন্টিনারটাই আর ব্রাজিলেরটা, এই দুইটা টিমের।
All right, guys, this YouTube channel has made me over $1,576,000 in AdSense revenue. Now, before I do anything else on AdSense, they are monetizing in other ways, and they're absolutely crushing it outside of AdSense as well. People grow their YouTube channel. Live trainings, all why I genuinely have a lot of like positive feelings about this niche. I think that alternative education, basically getting educated outside of college or make. And there's a bunch of other people that make content similar to me. For instance, Antoine from Elevate to the Unknown. It used to be known as Black Heights, but he changed it from that to Elevate to the Unknown. You know, he makes content very similar to mine, and he's absolutely crushing it. You know, I think his content's a little bit more niche, but yeah, his content's absolutely crushing it. He's getting hundreds of thousands of views a month, 154,000 views a month. Now, he's monetizing in a very intelligent way, so you don't have to get that many views in order to make a lot of money the way he's monetizing. Another client is Nicole Anesi. She is a fellow career coach. She helps people get into specifically cybersecurity careers. So again, a lot of people out there, you know, when I first started working with her, they would be a little bit apprehensive and they'd be like, oh, I don't think I should work with this person because they might be competition for me. It's like, I don't care. Like, it's amazing that she's helping people get into GRC. And a lot of the people that she helps are women, right? Women in cybersecurity, it's tough, right? There's not a lot of women in cybersecurity. And so she helps women feel like they're empowered to go into cybersecurity, which is great. Another client is the financial controller, and he helps accountants become financial controllers, which is a very high level accounting position. So you can basically go from, you know, being an accountant making like 50 to 100K per year to being a financial controller and potentially making over $200,000 a year. So you could potentially double or even triple your income if you become a financial controller. So again, really cool. There's no schools out there that are teaching this stuff. There's no schools out there that are really like making a path to get into these very niche career paths. So I think it's amazing when people like this actually, you know, start kind of copying my content, especially when they're my clients and they actually work with me. Another client is Judd Albring. And again, he makes relatively similar videos to me, right? You know, you look at his videos, they are relatively similar to mine. And yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. He's getting lots and lots of views every month. 400,000 subscribers. He's getting lots and lots of views every month. He's making good money. And again, similar content to me, I don't mind it. So I've basically made it to a level where I can talk about just about anything as well involving money. I can pivot my channel anytime I want. And that's kind of what I've been doing with my channel lately is instead of just making the same content over and over again, I am kind of expanding and talking about other different types of content that are under the broad niche of, you know, making money. And I definitely don't mind if other people talk about the stuff stuff, if there's other competitors or people come into the space, I've helped a ton of my competitors grow their YouTube channel. And I just think that there's room out there for everyone, right? I think that YouTube is just a massive gold mine, and I can't mine all the gold myself, not even close, not even one millionth of the gold, and not even one billionth of the gold. So there's plenty of room for everyone out there on YouTube. So I'm gonna take you through the content creation process, exactly how we find videos. And I'm actually gonna do it with a video that we posted on my brother's channel about a month or a month and a half back. So basically my brother, his name is Zach, and he has been in the trades for about 30 years. He owns his own HVAC business right now. Now HVAC is basically the people who fix your air conditioning and your heating. And he wanted to start a YouTube channel because he wants to retire soon and he wants to make a little bit of extra money in retirement. Now, Zach is actually 50 years old. I'm the youngest of 7 in my family. That's why most of my siblings are a lot older than me. And so he's ready to sell his business here pretty soon and retire. But he wants to make a little bit of money on the side with the YouTube channel. Now, when it comes to doing the hot dog method or the icon method, there's a lot of different ways you could do it. Now, you can have an account specific for your niche. So just as an example, some of my clients are in the fitness niche. This video right here on my homepage, getting strong at any age, 10 minutes, 3 times a week. The thumbnail is super simple. Let's go ahead and click on the channel. And it's funny, I didn't even plan on doing this. This is totally impromptu, but I just saw it pop up on the screen. So I'm probably gonna send this to my client. But yeah, he's got about 98,000 subscribers with only 16 videos. So, and he only started posting about 5 months ago. So he pretty much immediately took off. So get strong at any age, 10 minutes, 3 times a week. Not a great title. The actual content itself is mediocre. You know, it's pretty mediocre recording. It actually looks like he's using a green screen with a fake gym in the background too. So yeah, this would be a great example of a hot dog video, okay? So you could take the same idea, you know, let's just say you have a, you know, you're out there and you're 50 something years old or whatever, and you're really buff, right? Well, that would be great. This would be a great idea. Or maybe you have a client. You could take one of your oldest clients and make a video like this for them, you know, and then just do a case study breakdown on them, et cetera, et cetera. But the better way to do it, guys, is to just type your main keyword into the YouTube URL. So in this case, with my brother, it was trade careers. So we typed in trade careers into the main URL and we just started looking, literally just like this. All right, so just scroll down and hey, what do you know? This is the video we found, okay? So no offense to this guy, the video was relatively mediocre, right? Also, he has about 42,000 subscribers. So he's kind of like showing his face on the side and he's going through like a presentation. And yeah, the video was just relatively mediocre, okay? And it was high-paying trade jobs that no one's talking about. 1.6 million views posted about a year ago from a smaller channel. The thumbnail is actually okay. Not the best thumbnail, but it's okay. And the video itself is pretty mediocre. So what did we do? Well, this is my brother's channel. You can see, we'll go to oldest video. This is the video we made. Highest paying trade jobs that nobody's talking about, 2025. So almost the same title, highest paying trade jobs no one's talking about, but we just put 2025 in, and then we put like a that no one's talking about. Yeah, that no one is talking about. So not no one's, but no one is talking about. So just a very little, you know, change in the title, made a better thumbnail, made a better video in general, in my opinion. And what do you know? 1 month, 438,000 views. So just to show you guys, this video was posted on May 26th, 2025. And by June 25th, 2025, and I'll even put the amount on the screen, he had over $200 AdSense day. So this was his very first video, May 26, 2025, never posted a video before this. And literally less than a month later, he had over a $200 AdSense day. And that's just from AdSense. That's not from all the other monetization methods that we're dropping on his channel. And if you expand that out to a year, it's like $70,000, $80,000 over a year just from the AdSense alone. So there's a very good chance, and you know, we're gonna be working with Zach, there's a very good chance he's gonna make it to 6 figures on his channel in 1 year. Literally 1 year, we're gonna try to make 6 figures on this channel. Maybe even multiple 6 figures, but who knows? And to be completely honest with you, Zach's video is good, but it's not like amazing, right? And we did that on purpose. We don't try to make the videos amazing because that takes too long. What we try to do is we try to find the best ideas. We make pretty good packaging for those ideas. We actually give value during the video. That's very important. You actually have to give value. And then all the other stuff, like, you know, we don't really care about fancy cameras. Phones record this. We don't really care about fancy editing. The editing in this video is relatively basic. You can kind of see just like words here and there, and that's about it. And we did make sure that he has good audio, because audio is one of the more important things. But honestly, you use Adobe Podcast, your audio is pretty good. So this is a Shure SM7B mic, but honestly, like, there's a lot of good audio out there. And yeah, that's about it. And this video, 400,000 views. He's made a ton of money from this video already. And we do it all by focusing on the ideas. And you just try different ideas that have a high chance of success because you use the hot dog method. And then when one of those ideas sticks, you double down and you post more videos about that topic, right? And you do it in the same way. So you'll notice that this is a listicle video, right? Meaning it is a list of trades jobs. He goes over maybe like, I don't know, 7 different trades jobs here. The fact that it's a listicle is really important because other videos that he's posted should also be listicles, right? You should also basically make most of your videos into listicles if the one that took off is a listicle. What a lot of people will do is they'll, have a listicle take off or whatever, and then their next video is like news style content or a how-to or a step-by-step guide or a tutorial, and your audience doesn't want that. So once you find out what your audience wants, which clearly they want listicles, just keep giving them what they want. And you'll notice on my main channel, most of my content is listicles as well. And that's not because listicles are the best, but it's because listicles are the thing that my audience wants. So just to recap here, the first key to success is use the hot dog method, also known as the icon method. The second key to the success, make sure your thumbnail, title, and intro are pretty good. And that is like the marketing or the packaging of your video. And the third key to success is what I like to call the evolution method, which is basically you try out different ideas using the icon method or the hot dog method. And then when one of them works, you double down on that idea. It's kind of like evolution, right? If you find something that works in your niche, like you figured out that if you, I don't know, put a stick into an ant hole, then the ants will crawl on the stick and then you can eat them really easily or whatever. That's basically what the anteater does, but it's the stick is its tongue, right? If you figure out something that works, just double down on that niche and like keep doing that, right? And that's exactly what nature does with evolution. That's why anteaters have those long tongues and they can, eat a bunch of ants with those long tongues. They stick the tongue into the ant hole and they just eat all the ants, right? So once you find something that works for you, double and triple down on that idea, that format, like everything about that video, double and triple down on it. You can see exactly what I mean on my main channel. Almost all of my videos are listicle videos about education / careers / making money. And they also have a little bit of a review component to them. So I'm kind of like reviewing these different things. And I try to be as objective as possible because usually people are very biased, right? Someone might say, oh, day trading is the best, or oh, Amazon KDP is the best, or Amazon FBA, or Shopify dropshipping, right? But they're all very biased because they're selling courses. For me, I just try to be as objective and honest as I can. And usually all of them are great options for the right type of person, right? As long as you're the right type of person, all these different options can be good for you. And this kind of leads into secret number 4, which is you need to understand the value proposition of your channel. Value proposition is the thing that makes your channel unique and different from any other channel out there, right? You must understand that. Now, if you're the first person in your niche, then your value proposition is that you're the first person in your niche and you're good to go, right? So the first people in their niche, obviously they don't need to really have much of a value proposition because they're the only ones in their niche, right? This is like if you were the first person to start up a pizza shop in a town and there's no other pizza available in your town, well, you're probably gonna do pretty well. But if there's like 17 different pizza shops on your block and then you start up a pizza shop, you better understand what the value proposition of your pizza shop is that makes it different than the 17 other pizza shops, okay? So you really need to understand this on a deep level. Now, I can talk for my channel, I can talk for my clients' channels, but for my channel, the value proposition of my main channel is that I'm kind of like a sample platter or a buffet. People come to me, they don't really know what to do with their life when it comes to their career, making money, etc. They're a little bit lost and they don't know what to do. So I give them a bunch of different choices and I say, hey, this is gonna be good for this type of person, this is gonna be good for that type of person, etc. So a lot of the time I'm recommending different remote jobs, or I'm recommending basically, personal branding or starting a YouTube channel. Now, the reason that I recommend personal branding and starting a YouTube channel is because it works with literally any other business model out there. So no matter what, as long as you stick with it, it's gonna be a good choice for you because it works with any other business model and you can just pair it with it. So understanding your value proposition is secret number 4, very, very important.
Quick break, this video is sponsored by me. Most of you don't know that I actually have my own coaching program on personal branding and then growing and making money on YouTube. And this is good for complete beginners, maybe even people who just want to get a job by growing their personal brand, all the way up to people who are very advanced on YouTube. And they get to work directly with myself and my team to to help them reach their goals. Now, we are opening up 3 to 5 spots, and this is pretty rare. We usually don't have these open. We usually only limit them to select people. But we're opening up 3 to 5 spots, and you can check those out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And in this program, you'll get to work directly with myself and other people who are highly successful on YouTube. Just as an example, Sean was able to go all the way from being stuck, not making very much money on his channel, to making over $500,000 a month. Now, that's an example of one of my more advanced students, but there's lots of examples of people who started off from scratch and they got to 5K a month, 10K a month, etc. So check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below.
And secret number 5 is actually delivering value in your videos. Now, this does not require you to over edit your videos. This does not require you to do a ridiculous amount of research on your videos. Delivering value can be as simple as telling your own story so that other people can relate to it. But you have to understand what your value proposition is and then make sure every single video delivers that value. And if you do these 5 things, you're gonna absolutely crush it on YouTube. No matter whether you're doing YouTube automation, faceless YouTube, personal branding, you're starting like a corporate company, like a company YouTube channel. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you nail these 5 things, you're absolutely going to crush it on YouTube. Forget about all the other guru advice, forget about all that other stuff. It doesn't matter as long as you nail these 5 things. Now, later on, once your channel is built up and you're doing really well with it, you can focus on some of the little stuff. You can focus on optimization, which is like, okay, let's see if we can edit this a little bit better and like get the, average view duration slightly higher. But if you try to focus on that stuff at first, you're gonna get absolutely crushed. And that's the stuff that a lot of the YouTube gurus tell people to focus on, which I think is terrible advice. Now, another thing you need to keep in mind, for my brother, he worked directly with me, which is why he was able to blow up his channel to a full-time income within 1 month. This is the exception to the rule. Anybody out there that tells you that they can guarantee you that they're gonna, you're gonna make a full-time income in 1 month is lying. There's a lot of niches out there where even if you do a good job, it's gonna take you months, maybe even a year to get to a full-time income. And it helps a lot if you work with someone directly, which is why I recommend you book a call in the description and pinned comment below, and also show up to my live workshops, which are every single week, Tuesday night. Check that out down in the description and pinned comment below as well. But if you try to do it on your own, it's gonna take you some time, and that's okay. Most businesses, even physical businesses, aren't profitable for the first few years. They're losing money for a few years before they even get profitable. That's why people who start physical businesses typically have to take out massive business loans to get the business started. So with online business, you don't have to take out massive loans. It doesn't take a lot of money to start a YouTube channel, but a lot of the time it is gonna take some time for you to have success, and you just have to have patience and you have to be consistent and you have to trust the process that I just laid out in this video. And if you can do that, you're absolutely gonna crush it. So like I said, click that link in the description and the pinned comment below. On that link, you're going to see this video, which is super helpful. You can also check out all of my testimonials. I've worked with a ton of people that have made it to 7, even 8 figures, right? Josh, for instance, started off less than 1,000. We made it all the way up to 186,000 a month. Wiz is absolutely crushing it, et cetera, et cetera. Just check out all of these different testimonials and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it just keeps going. The testimonials just keep going, right? This hybrid system, this hybrid personal brand system from Content Growth Engine, it teaches you everything you need to know, cuts out all the BS, and teaches you only the most important things, and you can absolutely crush it. So check that out down in the description, the pinned comment below. And also check out this interview I did with my client, Sean, who made it all the way to over $500,000 a month by clicking right here.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, क्या आप जानते हो गूगल पर हर दिन 8.5 बिलियन से ज्यादा गूगल सर्चेस किए जाते हैं। ये ऐसा हो गया कि मान लो दुनिया में रहने वाला हर एक इंसान दिन में एक बार कुछ ना कुछ गूगल सर्च करता हो। अपने आप में कोई छोटी बात नहीं है, लेकिन इससे भी कमाल की चीज ये है कि ये सब करना बिल्कुल फ्री है। और ना सिर्फ गूगल सर्च, गूगल का ऑलमोस्ट हर एक प्रोडक्ट कंप्लीटली फ्री टू यूज है। यूट्यूब पर वीडियोस देखना फ्री है, जीमेल का इस्तेमाल करना फ्री है, गूगल मैप्स का यूज करना फ्री है। इतना सब कुछ फ्री देने के बावजूद भी गूगल की जो मार्केट कैप है वो $2 ट्रिलियन से ज्यादा की है। ये कैसे हो सकता है? कैसे गूगल इतनी सारी सर्विसेज हमें फ्री में दे सकता है? हमसे कोई पैसा नहीं लेता, लेकिन फिर भी इतनी अमीर कंपनी बन गया। आइए समझते हैं दोस्तों इंटरनेट की सबसे फेमस कंपनी का बिजनेस मॉडल आज के इस वीडियो में। आपने अक्सर सुना होगा दोस्तों कि कैसे आज के दिन हम फोटोकॉपी मशीन को जेरोक्स मशीन कहते हैं, व्हाइट ग्लू को फेविकोल कहते हैं और एडेसिव बैंडेज को बैंडेड कहते हैं। जब भी कोई कंपनी अपनी फील्ड में इस तरीके से डोमिनेट करती है तो उसके नाम को ही उसके काम से एसोसिएट किया जाने लगता है। इसी तरीके से इंटरनेट सर्च करने को आज के दिन कहा जाता है कि गूगल करो। इसी गूगल सर्च की शुरुआत दोस्तों साल 1998 में हुई थी एक कॉलेज प्रोजेक्ट के तौर पर। लैरी पेज और सर्गे ब्रिन ने इसे बनाया था एक मिशन के साथ कि दुनिया की सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को ऑर्गेनाइज करना और उसे एक्सेसिबल और यूजफुल बनाना। शुरुआती दिनों में गूगल सिर्फ एक सिंपल सा सर्च इंजन था, जो कुछ ऐसा दिखता था। इंटरनेट पर सर्च करने के लिए एक बड़ी सिंपल सी वेबसाइट। गूगल जो शब्द है अपने आप इसका खुद से कोई मतलब नहीं होता, लेकिन ये गूगल शब्द से इंस्पायर्ड है। गूगल एक नंबर का नाम है। 1 के बाद 100 जीरोस लगा। जैसे 1 के बाद अगर 3 जीरोस आएंगे तो हम उसे 1000 कहेंगे, 1 के बाद 4 जीरोस आएंगे तो 10,000 कहेंगे। ऐसे ही 1 के बाद अगर 100 जीरोस आएंगे तो उस नंबर को गूगल कहा जाता है। इस कंपनी का नाम गूगल इसी चीज को दर्शाने के लिए चुना गया कि हमारा सर्च इंजन इंटरनेट पर इतनी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन ढूंढ कर लाएगा कि वो गूगल्स में होगी। अगर आप बहुत पुराने यूजर हो इंटरनेट के तो आपको याद होगा कि उस जमाने में जब गूगल सर्च किया करते थे तो एक्चुअली में ढेर सारे रिजल्ट पेजेस आते थे और गूगल इन रिजल्ट पेजेस को नीचे 1 2 3 4 5 एंडलेसली दिखाता रहता था और अपने नाम को भी ऐसे इतने सारे ओस के साथ नीचे लिखता था। साल 2000 में गूगल ने अपना पहला सबसे बड़ा कदम उठाया। इन्होंने एडवर्ड्स का सिस्टम इंट्रोड्यूस किया। इसे आज के दिन गूगल एड्स बुलाया जाता है। इसके चलते जो बिजनेसेस थे वो पैसे दे सकते थे अपनी एड्स डिस्प्ले करने के लिए गूगल के सर्च रिजल्ट्स पेजेस पर। आगे इसकी वीडियो में बात करेंगे कि कैसे ये गूगल का सबसे बड़ा बिजनेस मॉडल बना। लेकिन ओवर द इयर्स गूगल ने धीरे धीरे कई सारे प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज ऑफर करने शुरू किए। साल 2004 में पहली बार जीमेल इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया। 2005 में गूगल मैप्स इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया जिसने दुनिया का नक्शा ही बदल दिया। 2006 में यूट्यूब को एक्वायर किया गूगल ने, जिस पर आप ये वीडियो देख रहे हो। बहुत से लोग इस चीज को नहीं जानते कि शुरुआत में यूट्यूब अपनी एक अलग कंपनी हुआ करता था। ये सिर्फ 2006 में ही था कि गूगल ने यूट्यूब को खरीदा। इसके बाद 2008 में गूगल एंड्रॉइड को इंट्रोड्यूस करता है, वही मोबाइल ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम जो ज्यादातर लोगों के फोन में डला हुआ है। इसी साल गूगल अपना वेब ब्राउजर भी लॉन्च करता है, गूगल क्रोम, जो कि आज के दिन दुनिया का सबसे पॉपुलर वेब ब्राउजर है। आगे चलकर गूगल अपने हार्डवेयर प्रोडक्ट्स भी बनाने लगा। इनके पिक्सल स्मार्टफोन्स, इनके क्रोमबुक लैपटॉप्स और स्मार्ट होम डिवाइसेस। आज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की फील्ड में भी गूगल एक्सपैंड कर रहा है और ये सब सुनकर आपको लगेगा कि एक से बढ़कर एक जोरदार प्रोडक्ट गूगल निकालता रहा और हर चीज सक्सेसफुल होती रही। लेकिन ये चीज सच नहीं है। मैंने जितने भी एग्जांपल्स आपको गिनाए ये सारे सक्सेसफुल प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज के एग्जांपल हैं। ढेर सारी ऐसी भी चीजें हैं जो गूगल ने ट्राई करी लेकिन गूगल उन सब में फेल हो गया। जैसे कि गूगल प्लस। गूगल ने अपना सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म बनाने की कोशिश करी थी फेसबुक के कंपटीशन में, लेकिन ये फेल रहा। गूगल हैंगआउट्स चैट करने की ऐप जो एक समय पर काफी चला करती थी लेकिन 2022 में से बंद कर दिया। गूगल नेक्सस टैबलेट्स ये भी एक टाइम पर बहुत फेमस हुए थे आईपैड के कंपटीशन में, लेकिन गूगल पॉडकास्ट, गूगल ग्लास, गूगल वेव, गूगल रीडर फेलियर्स के एग्जांपल असलियत में कहीं ज्यादा है सक्सेसेस के कंपैरिजन में। विकिपीडिया पे जाकर अगर आप पूरी लिस्ट देखोगे तो 200 से ज्यादा ऐसे प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज हैं जो गूगल के फेल हुए हैं और यहीं पर हम सबके लिए एक बहुत बड़ी सीख है। फेलियर इज द मदर ऑफ ऑल सक्सेसेस। सही मायनों में सक्सेस अचीव करने के लिए आपको बहुत बार फेल होना पड़ेगा। इन सारे सक्सेसेस और फेलियर्स को ध्यान में रखते हुए जानते हैं आज के दिन गूगल सबसे ज्यादा पैसे किस चीज से कमाता है? अपने सबसे पुराने बिजनेस मॉडल गूगल सर्च एड्स से। आइए डिटेल में समझते हैं। स्क्रीन पर आप देख सकते हैं साल 2022 के लिए गूगल का रेवेन्यू ब्रेकडाउन, यानी गूगल ने जो पैसा कमाया साल 2022 में वो कहां से कमाया। टोटल $280 बिलियन का रेवेन्यू है, जिसमें से 58% पैसा यानी कि $162 बिलियन आता है गूगल सर्च पर दिखाई जा रही एड्स से। इसके बाद सेकंड बिगेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ इनकम है गूगल नेटवर्क एड्स। अलग अलग वेबसाइट्स पर जो आप एड्स देखते हैं जो गूगल के साथ पार्टनर करती हैं, गूगल यहां से $32.78 बिलियन कमाता है। थर्ड नंबर पर है यूट्यूब एड्स, $29 बिलियन यहां से आते हैं, यानी कि जो एड्स आप इस वीडियो के बीच में देखोगे। यहां एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है कि यही एड्स हम यूट्यूबर्स के लिए भी एक इनकम का सोर्स है। जो पैसा एडवर्टाइजर्स पे करते हैं इन एड्स को दिखाने के लिए वो क्रिएटर्स और गूगल के बीच में स्प्लिट किया जाता है। 45% पैसा गूगल के पास जाता है, 55% मेरे जैसे क्रिएटर्स के पास रहता है। तो जो 45% यूट्यूब का शेयर है सभी क्रिएटर्स से, वो $29 बिलियन रेवेन्यू जनरेट करता है गूगल के लिए एक साल में। सिमिलरली गूगल प्ले स्टोर पर एप्स हैं। जब कोई ऐप क्रिएटर अपनी ऐप को बेचता है गूगल प्ले स्टोर के जरिए, उसमें से 70% रेवेन्यू उस ऐप बनाने वाले के पास जाता है और 30% रेवेन्यू गूगल को देना पड़ता है। तो इन एप्स की सेल्स से और बाकी फोन्स और लैपटॉप्स बेचकर जो गूगल पैसा कमाता है, उससे आने वाला रेवेन्यू 4th नंबर पर आता है $29 बिलियन के साथ अराउंड 10.4%। और फिर आखिरी मेजर रेवेन्यू सोर्स है गूगल क्लाउड $26 बिलियन के साथ। अब दिलचस्प चीज ये भी है देखनी कि गूगल ये पैसा खर्च कहां पर करता है। करीब $40 बिलियन खर्च किए जाते हैं रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट में, ताकि और नए प्रोडक्ट्स और सर्विसेज की रिसर्च करी जा सके और नए फेलियर्स अटेम्प्ट किए जा सके। करीब $44 बिलियन पैसा खर्च किया जाता है नॉन प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट में, जैसे कि ऑफिसेज को रेंट करना, एडवर्टाइजिंग, मार्केटिंग, अकाउंटिंग पर खर्च करना, एम्प्लॉयज